EA Sports. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7th. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. Going to give this time to the tailback. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
They'll set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Play action. Blake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. the gun. Blake. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receivers. Because the first 7 yards kind of belong to the offensive line and the running back. Anything after that means the wide receivers did a great job of blocking downfield, being willing to mix it up, and give them some more space to gain additional yardage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he fires one incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw. Blake. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Throwing again. Blake. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On third down, Blake. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback, but in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deepest offensive player, so he can't get outside of you.
A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st. A pretty sizable deficit here in the 1st quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board. It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the 1st quarter of play. 14-3, that's our score. Back to Glendale after this timeout. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over. That's caught at the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw here. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. They've been faced with a tough test today here. Crowd's been really good. They're struggling. He's struggling. We'll see if they can pick things up.
And the crowd has had an impact, and they feel good about that because he's not playing very well. Not getting the ball to the right places, not doing things he normally does. He's got to find a way to turn it around against this hostile group.
Yeah, because on the road, don't you look to your quarterback a lot?
You have to, because you certainly can't look to the crowd to help you. They're there to be against you, so your quarterback has to lead you. And the best way he can do it is to play well.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Blake. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitzer play coverage.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Blake. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken from just outside the 30. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And to give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Set. Blue line.
They'll drop to throw. Past the 20. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
He'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner.
Come on, let's go.
To throw on second down. Blake, and the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. To throw on third down. Blake going up top. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. By the way, they're into the second quarter now out in Carson. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Over the middle, he finds Henderson complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, and we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground. Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now 49er pressure, and they get it. It's blocked. And they're going to be set up in a good spot. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A terrific punt block, and that has to set them up in a position to try and get more points, don't you think, this time frame?
Absolutely, and what a momentum booster that could be into the lockers.
Oh, without a doubt. They score here, they sprint into the locker room feeling really, really good about themselves.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Throwing on first down. Blake. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Blake. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Cardinals are looking good right now, as they will just try to keep up the good work in the second half. The 49ers are vulnerable right now, coming off a rough game a week ago, and still not really finding a way to get back on track. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. Cardinals with the ball midway through 1. Wide open catch will be made on the deep pass. And this will go all the way for a touchdown. The lead grows to 4. Now following the interception, Randall is looking for room to run, and he'll run it in from 10 yards out. The lead now at 11. third down from inside the 50. Trotto's going to complete the pass, and he'll end up at the 15-yard line before being tackled. Continuing on the drive, Trotto's able to squeeze the pass in here, and after the short pass, he'll score. Cardinals up now by 21. Now waiting seconds of the half. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Simon's the one who makes the pick to give a boost to his defense.
All right, Larry, indeed a one-sided affair to this point as we get set for half two. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
Here we go.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. We got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
Off the play fake. Blake under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go. 1, 9.
From the gun, Blake. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds right at the 25. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he spots Henderson open left side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's Andy Lee now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And this is going to be incomplete.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Greer. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Give him 30 yards there. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Blake. Throw left side complete. It's Greer. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Blake. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made. No grounding.
Let's go. Brand 38.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And for the 3rd straight play, he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter from Oakland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
So they didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ellis. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They're going to look to throw. And able to find Graham, complete. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
All right, here we go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Back to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
And a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st down, Blake. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 22. Looking to throw. Blake. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. To throw on 2nd down. Blake throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
From the gun on 3rd down, Blake, and he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They are, by the way, into the fourth quarter now in Oakland. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. So out now come the Cardinals. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
They'll set up a throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Henderson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Riley. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Blake. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 2nd down following the run. Back to throw. Blake toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Let's go!
On 3rd down, Blake. His pass caught at the 4. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed. They definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
Now Gold for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And now the offense will look to respond after the sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. He's back to throw. He completes it to Bryant. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And escapes the sack. Over the middle, complete. That's Greer. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Back to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Looking to throw. Blake. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit, they were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Cards, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.